dude was my friend that died. Had a lost love that he told me about. When I was living with him, he told me about the nightmares. From what I gather, it was the story of a broken heart. And it hurt him so much he couldn't tell it, but he'd work on his face and skin because it really haunted him. I know he was proud, he was an Indian. Unfortunately, he wasn't enough at one to get paid. He was older than me when I met him. I may have already told you this, but what you didn't know is that most of my life, instead of dealing with me and talking with me, my parents decided to lock me up most of my life. So I lived a sheltered life. Maybe we had things in common, a lot much more than we realized. There were people who thought I was strange, and there were people who thought he was weird as well. We had a different way of speaking, so we tried to live through our music, playing the next best game of our lives. There were days we got high and days we got drunk, and days we played Magic with his friends who were punks, playing Smash Brothers, GameCube, and D&D with the neighbors and online. How was I supposed to keep the dude in line when he would do things on his own and mess with his mind? There were days we had some incredible conversations, but as the days went by and the drugs went in, the life he once was full of began to slip away. And while I know he had sexual relationships, there were 3 women that he had fell in love with. The first was someone he could never name. Then there was Brenda, who had become my other roommate, and I know they had a miscarriage, but then they had a baby boy, they named him Joseph. And then that relationship ended drastically. And then there was Dawn, and she had a daughter in tow that the father took away. And then they had 2 daughters of their own, but they lost them for a while due to his explosive anger and domestic violence issues. But I know the truth deep down, he's loved all 3. I still wish the best for him, even though he tried to get me in trouble with my own lady by stealing her Vicodin. From what I gather, they tried to get him to get some help off of his abusive drugs, but he was found without his shirt and shoes, down a flight of stairs in winter. And it was murder, the killer never found. Either that or the cops are really doing nothing, and those of us around just miss that he's not here. Maybe we had things in common, a lot much more than we realized. There were people who thought I was strange, and there were people who thought he was weird as well. We had a different way of speaking, so we tried to live through our music, play the next best game of our lives. There were days we got high and days we got drunk, and days we played Magic with his friends who were punks, playing Smash Brothers, GameCube, and D&D with the neighbors and online.